It's week 1 of the National Football League, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Texans and the Ravens, next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Well, CD, new season is here. Lions and Chiefs got it going on Thursday night. You and I were there. What a scene that was. But now here we are a few days later on Sunday, looking at two teams with great expectations here to begin 2023.
It's always fun to get a new season started, isn't it, partner? Because everyone feels like they've got a shot.
A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
Here's the fourth-year man, J.K. Dobbins. And not much to speak of. Call it a one-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Jackson. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Jackson. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
This is taken at the 23. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So here are the Texans now with a fresh face at quarterback, the 2nd overall pick from Ohio State, C.J. Stroud.
In only 2 seasons, Stroud showed all he needed to at Ohio State. All-American, Heisman Finals, program records galore. He looked every bit like the #1 overall pick. He went #2, but Houston is thrilled to have him.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
A man coming off a great rookie year, it's Dameon Pierce. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. From the 46, here's the 2nd and 8. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Boy, fingers crossed here, 1st quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. Stroud. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
On 4th down, here's Cameron Johnston on to punt for Houston. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive #2, 1st and 10. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Another run here with Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. Into space at the 45. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? And they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
Jackson on first down. He gets this underneath to Dobbins, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he will have a Ravens first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And in for the Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Ravens post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness.
And I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard after 24-yard line.
Play action. Stroud now. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Stroud on 3rd down now. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And room there to work it inside the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Jackson on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Flowers. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. From the gun, Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Odell Beckham from 6 yards away. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's OBJ, Odell Beckham, who ends it with a touchdown reception. Phillips now from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now a throw here, hauled in. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. First down now, but that clock rolling. The throwing again is Stroud. His throw incomplete. Well, today, of course, not just the start of the new campaign, it's the debut of DeMeco Ryans as the Houston head coach. Now, we saw him plenty with the 49ers, what he was able to do with that defense. Charles, what do you think he brings to the table for these Texans?
He brings football intelligence. He brings enthusiasm. He brings creativity. This guy wanted to be the head coach of the Houston Texans, twice a Pro Bowler with them in the NFL. He's come home. Now he wants to finish what he started as a player as a head coach.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. They'll get the hook up there to Woods. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. 3rd and 1, Stroud. He's got his man. That's Dell. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here goes Stroud again. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
To the right side and caught by Dell. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They started with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
All right,
so
Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody.
As we'll get you
We've got
down
a full
the coast
slate of
to Orlando
16
for
games
Jonathan
here to start the new
Coachman
season.
at Sports
So let's take...
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the 1st half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Brown had a breakout 2022 for the Cowboys, finished with over 500 yards, and earned a chance at a bigger role with the Texans. Good play from him there.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. Throw left side complete. That's Pierce. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Stroud will look to throw once more. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now here's a throw. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Stroud now on 2nd down. This throw caught right around the 6. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Here's Stroud. This is caught. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Again, it's Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Dalton Schultz there to make the grab. And the Texans are back within a score. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. And that one incomplete as it breaks a string of 8 straight pass completions. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense. Right?
That's true. You've said that before. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Jackson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Will Anderson, that is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Back to throw. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw is on target to Likely. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing is Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Again, Jackson. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Texans offense set to regain possession. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Caught by Woods. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 43-yard line.
Pierce now up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10. Here's Stroud. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Woods. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Stroud now on 3rd and 2. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
He needed 2. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help them big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of down. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 44.
Holding offense.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. On the option right is Jackson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
That's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. They're going option play on third down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So Stroud and the Texans down 14-9, a little under a minute 50 remaining. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. Stroud to throw it. Finding Schultz.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Now Stroud. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they need a touchdown, and here they're saying, we're not going to get it 10 yards at a time. They felt they needed to take a shot there to at least get them across the 50. but that one falls incomplete.
Here's Stroud. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he has the Ravens first down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like 1 time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Ravens, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.